Think about the last time you decided to change your life. It usually happens late at night. You are lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, when a sudden wave of electric energy hits you. Tomorrow, you will wake up at exactly 5 a.m. You finally go to the gym, start that business, write that book. You map it all out and you feel unstoppable. But then tomorrow comes. The alarm rings, the room is cold, and it's pitch dark outside. And that fiery energy from the night before, it has vanished. It has been replaced by a heavy, paralyzing resistance. Your mind immediately starts bargaining. Just 5 more minutes. I'll start on Monday. I need rest to be productive. You hit snooze, and the cycle repeats. We have been sold a massive lie about what it takes to succeed. We are told that high achievers wake up every single day burning with passion. We assume that if we do not feel driven, something is broken in our wiring. So we wait. We treat motivation like a magical weather system, hoping it will eventually blow in our direction and carry us toward our goals. But while we wait to feel like it, life passes by. Our ambitions decay into regrets because we attached our future to a fleeting emotional state. To understand why motivation abandons you when you need it most, we have to look at how your brain biologically processes your future goals. Look at this timeline of your brain's neurochemistry. During that late-night planning phase, you get a massive dopamine spike. Your brain is rewarding you for the mere idea of success. When you envision a better version of yourself, your brain doesn't distinguish between doing the work and just fantasizing about it. You get the chemical reward up front. But watch what happens the next morning. When it is time to actually execute, the dopamine is gone. Doing the work requires effort. It costs calories. Your brain, an ancient organ optimized for survival, hates spending unnecessary energy. Your survival-optimized brain interprets this energy expenditure as a threat. It manufactures excuses to keep you safe and comfortable, effectively building a wall between you and your goals. Relying on that initial chemical rush is like trying to drive a car by only turning the ignition key. You get a moment of noise and heat, but the engine never actually turns over. Without a mechanical process to sustain the movement, you stall as soon as the key is released. Here is the reality most people refuse to accept. You are not supposed to want to do it. The resistance you feel when facing difficult work is a feature of the human operating system, not a sign of failure. We are conditioned to follow this specific flowchart. We believe that feeling inspired is a mandatory prerequisite for taking action. I feel inspired, therefore I act. But the neurochemistry actually works in reverse. When you begin a task, even a small one, your brain registers the completion of micro-goals. This triggers a fresh, sustainable release of dopamine that keeps the momentum going. Action is the cause of motivation, not the result of it. This is why momentum creates mood. You do not go to the gym because you feel great because you went. Amateurs wait for the perfect mood to strike. Professionals go to work regardless of the mood. Expecting to feel highly motivated every day is an arrogant expectation. The greatest leaps in human progress were made by people who felt tired and deeply unmotivated, but took action anyway. What actually works is divorcing your actions from your emotions. You replace the wait for motivation with rigid systems and environmental design. You do not need to feel like running if your clothes are already laid out and your shoes are by the door. When you prepare your environment in advance, you remove the internal negotiation. You stop treating your commitments to yourself as optional suggestions based on your daily feelings. Every time you take action despite a total lack of motivation, you build a psychological callus. You prove to your subconscious mind that you are someone who does exactly what they say, regardless of how they feel. Over time, this builds an unshakable foundation of self-confidence. You realize that doing the work when you desperately do not want to is the highest possible form of self-respect. You become dangerous because your ability to execute is no longer held hostage by your mood. Think about the one thing you have been putting off, the thing you are waiting to feel ready for. You will never feel ready. Acknowledge the resistance, accept that you do not want to do it, and then do it anyway. Who could you become if you stopped letting your feelings dictate your future?